Hi and welcome back to another reading vlog. This will be my TBR for this week. For my book club I am reading The Last Bookshop. I am already halfway through this book, so I'll be finishing this up in the next couple of days. I'm taking it a bit slow with this one because I'm not really enjoying it that much, mostly because I had different expectations for this book. So I'm taking it slow and I'm just reading it whenever. And we'll be starting with A Good Girl, Bad Blood, the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I read the first book last week and I absolutely loved it. So I was thinking on beginning with this one, because else I'll probably just binge the whole Zodiac Academy series in one go, and I want to savor that a little bit, so I'm going to read this one first. And then I'm allowing myself to get further into the Zodiac Academy series, so I'll be reading Ruthless Fae after I finished Good Girl, Bad Blood, and I'm so looking forward to this one. But I'm going to have to put this away for now, and let's start reading Good Girl, Bad Blood. So, little update about Good Girl, Bad Blood. I think I am about 70% into this book right now. I've read till page 279. And I think the book is a little bit over 400 pages. So I've read quite a chunk of this book already now. And I'm having a good time so far. Though I think comparing it to the first book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, I think I did enjoy that book a little bit more. I feel like I am not reading it like at the edge of my seat and wanting to read more and more and really invested into it. I am enjoying my time, but it doesn't give me like the same feelings as I had with the first book. I'm just reading this chill and I am getting a lot of clues, so that's fun, but I'm just reading it and not really speculating about any of the clues really. Also, I was so happy when I opened this book and I saw that it wasn't broken like with the first book. I think I showed you in my most recent reading vlog, like the bottom side of all the pages were like cracked and it was almost like the book was falling apart, and I was really happy to see that this one didn't have that issue. But the ribbon did came off of this book like halfway through, so I'm not sure if like these special editions just weren't the best quality, because I am pretty careful with my books, I think, in my opinion. So that is a little bit sad, but it's okay, I guess, because I do have a really cute bookmark that matches the series really well. I haven't been using it as well because I do use the ribbon that comes with these special editions. And I'm actually happy that I finally get to use this. It's so cute. But overall feelings on this book, it's really nice. And I have been really enjoying my time so far. I'm really excited to read the ending. Though I also think because I am craving the Zodiac Academy series so much at this point, that might also be a little bit of a reason why I am enjoying this a little bit less. I am currently in the middle of 3 series, I think. I'm reading Throne of Glass, but I put that on pause for now. And I'm also reading the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series and the Zodiac Academy series. And I honestly loved the first book in this series and the first book in the Zodiac Academy series. I gave them both 5 stars, but I was craving Zodiac Academy more. But I did decide on reading this further, and I think that might also have been a little mistake, because I honestly have been thinking about Zodiac Academy every single day. But I only got like a little bit over 100 pages left of this one, so it's almost done. Though I do have to read The Last Bookshop first, because I think I've only got like 2 days left for book club and I am at 70% into the book. But I'll probably be reading that most of today and then I'll be able to get back to Zodiac Academy. So not me just saying I wasn't at the edge of my seat reading this. Oh my god. Okay, so it's been a while since I last filmed, so I got a little bit of a bigger update this time. I finished up reading Good Girl, Bad Blood, and this book was amazing, just as the first book in the series. I think while reading this, especially at the beginning and the midway point, I did enjoy my time a little bit more with the first book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. But I might enjoy the ending of this one a little bit more, and not like the ending as of where the plot really went, or I don't think like exactly the mystery in this book at the ending was better as the first one. I think the clues which led to the ending in the first one was better, but I don't want to spoil anything for you if you haven't read this yet. So just the overall ending in this one was a little bit better, I think, mostly with how she wrote it and how freaking traumatizing this ending was. Oh god, I really needed some time to like recover from this book because this ending was so freaking sad, but she wrote it really, really well. So I rated it 5 stars again, which is amazing to have so many 5-star reads back to back. It's mwah. Then I also finished The Last Bookshop by Evie Woods. This was my book club book for this month, and I ended up rating this 1 star. I also don't really feel like talking that much about this because I also just had my meetup with my book club girlies. So yeah, it wasn't great. I really did not enjoy this. I think there was like 10% of the time that I actually was having fun with this book. I put a whole big ass review on Goodreads, so if you'd like to hear more of my thoughts on this book, you can check that out, because honestly I don't like talking about books I did not enjoy. So yeah, you might still enjoy this, but in my opinion this was not a good book. So I'll probably also even unhaul this one because I don't want this in my house anymore. And the book I'm currently reading is Ruthless Fate, the second book in the Zodiac Academy series. I think at like page 160 or 170 or something. I don't have my bookmark in this one because they're free on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm currently reading it on my Kindle. But I'm having a really, really good time. I was really excited to pick this back up again. I'm really liking where the story goes so far. There just happens so much in these books, which is really nice. Also, timeline wise, I think already at the beginning of like the first book, they told you they had to like show how strong they were before the reckoning, I think, which is I think the ending of the first year at the Zodiac Academy. And the third book in the series is called The Reckoning. So time-wise, I think the first 3 books must be their first year at the academy. So we're just getting a lot of drama in this book, which is really nice. Also, I'm really, really eager to find out what the order is of our 2 main characters. The order, if you haven't read Zodiac Academy, is like which type of monster, paranormal being you are. So if you'd either be a vampire or a werewolf or a siren or whatever. I'm already speculating, and of course I'm not sure, but I already have my guesses of Tori and what her order will be. And if it will be the order that I'm guessing, I would be so excited. But I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm having a really good time reading this, so. And for audiobooks, I've actually been listening to Shadow and Bone, and I finished it like 2 days ago. I ended up rating it 3 stars. It was nice, and I think the stuff that happened was pretty cool, but I couldn't really visualize that much. It also had like Russian aspects to the story, I think, but I couldn't really visualize any of that, which was a little bit sad for me. And also the darker aspects of it as well. I would have liked to really been able to visualize everything really well. And I usually visualize a lot of like all of the things that happen into the book but I really couldn't with this one. So that was a little disappointing for me. I also think I won't jump right into the next audiobook of the Shadow and Bone series. I'm actually thinking on watching the series first because I've never watched the Shadow and Bone series. So I'm thinking on watching the first season because I think that is the first book in the series. And then after that one, I'm going to jump into the next book into the series. So I maybe can visualize it a little bit better. But overall, not a bad story, so hence the 3 stars. And currently I'm listening to The Risk Fall by Abby Jimenez. It's a short story. It's really, really short. I think on audio it's 1.5 hours, so I'm listening to that right now. And I actually almost have it finished already. And I'm having a really, really good time with this. I've never actually read any of Abby Jimenez's books. And I know she's really popular for her romance books. And I want to get to them really soon. Especially after listening to this on audio. I can't wait to actually read one of her novels. So that's exciting as well. But for now, I'll be further reading into the Zodiac Academy. And I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to read after that or what I'm going to listen after the audiobook that I am listening to currently. But we'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm here with another small reading update. I finished listening to The Fall Risk by Abby Jimenez and I ended up rating it 4 stars. I had a really, really good time listening to it on audio, and I think the last time I updated you guys, I think I did say I was already almost finished, but like I had 5 minutes left, so I listened to it mostly then already. I had like a few sentences and afterwards the epilogue started playing, so I had a wonderful time, though I think the ending was a little bit crazy. There happened something which I of course won't talk about because I don't want to spoil it for you if you'd like to still listen to it. But overall the book was really, really fun and I was just really amazed by how I could like a romance between 2 characters in such a small time, actually, because the book was like a little bit less than a 2-hour listen. So that was really nice to see, and I'm really, really excited to start reading some more of her books, especially her more popular ones. I would really like to read the Part of Your World series, I believe, which consists of 3 books. So I'll probably get to them maybe this summer, not right now, but I am really excited to read them. I also just started listening to Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. I've listened to like 20% right now and I'm not sure if I want to continue this. I might try it out a little bit more, but I'm not having a really great time. Though I do know I am getting to the point of the story like where the synopsis stops and you now finally get some new information. But I don't know, I'm just not really having that much fun with it. It's like a contemporary romance, but I'm not really that interested in the characters of their lives at all. So I'm not sure if I'll be liking listening to more of it, but we'll see. I also haven't thought about any other audiobooks I would like to listen to, so I might have to figure that out later. And for my current read, I was reading Ruthless Fae, the second book in the Zodiac Academy series. And I am now at, I think, the 56% mark. And I'm having such a good time with this again. It's just such an easy read. You really can fly through the story. There happens so much, which is really nice. And I'm having such a giggly time with this. I am laughing out loud all the time while reading it. And I don't really get that with a lot of books which really make me laugh, so that's really nice. I also am adoring a bond between 2 characters. I won't say too much about it, but oh my gosh, it's so damn adorable. I'm really obsessed with this book and I can't wait to finish it. But more of Zodiac Academy, I got a really fun parcel in today and I thought we could unbox her together. I don't want to dox myself, so I'm not sure if I can use all of these clips, but look at how damaged the box came in. If any of these books are going to be damaged, I'm going to be so upset. I think they're all right. Oh, I'm so excited. So I got like a little bit more of the Zodiac Academy series, or the Ruthless Fae. I think it's like a spin-off, but you read the spin-off after reading the third book in the Zodiac Academy, I think. So I already got it. This one is a little bit damaged, but I don't mind that much. Savage Fae. Ah, the little novella. It's so small. Oh, this is so cute. This is Origins of an Academy Bully. I think it will take some time before I get to read this one, but I might actually read this one physically because it's just so cute and small. And Vicious Fae. Dark Fae. And Warrior Fae. It's another cute little novella. I just love these small books. This is The Big Ass Party. Well, I'm really eager to see what this one is about, because we already got a little bit of like the ass club in the books, and I'm really eager to see what's going to happen here. And the last novella I got, let's see, Live and Let Lionel. This one is really pretty. It also isn't that big as well. So got a little stack of some more of the Zodiac Academy. I think I own almost every book right now. At least of the Zodiac Academy I got everything, and of Ruthless Fae as well. But after Zodiac Academy there comes another spin-off. I'm not so sure what's it called, but it's like 4 or 5 books as well. But I think the first book in that series is already out of stock. So I might have to see if I'll get these or if I'll get the new covers for those ones, because I do want at least a set to match. I don't want to get like the first one in a new cover and like the second, third and fourth to match these ones. I don't think that would match really well. So I might look around and see if I can still get the old cover of the first book. But I am already really excited to have so much. Freya's coming to say hi. Hey. Wanna say hi? Oh, she just wants to jump into the empty box. But I think that's all for this reading update. I'm going to try to finish up the Ruthless Fae tonight or maybe tomorrow. And I'll update you guys once I've read a little bit more. So I went to the bookstore yesterday, and while walking there I listened to a little bit more of Regretting You. I also did get myself a new book. At this point this is becoming more of a book haul video than actually me reading, but I can do what I want. I got Yellow Face. I got like the metallic edition of this, and I think it's so pretty. I didn't really like the pink cover, but I think this is a lot better. I'm really excited for this one. We've decided in our book club that we're probably reading this after the book that we are going to start up next. So I'm really excited, and I can also justify my purchase because I am going to read this soon. But if they decide we aren't going to read this next, it's out of my hands. I can't control that. But I'm excited for this one. So for Regretting You, I think I am at the 70% mark right now. And I think when I was halfway through my listen, I was still contemplating on not finishing it at all and just dropping it. But at the point that I am right now, I am enjoying it a little bit more. Though I have to say, if you haven't enjoyed like half of a book, is it really worth it? I don't know. It's mostly because I am listening to it that it doesn't feel like wasting my time. But if I had been reading this, I don't know. But I also think I am mostly enjoying it right now because of just the drama. Because the characters I couldn't really care less about. So, do with that what you will. But for the actual reading update, I finished Ruthless Fae. I rated it 4 stars. I had a really good time, but I think there were a few scenes that were just a teeny tiny bit boring for me. But overall, good time, reads really fast, love the story, love the characters. I also really liked how this was like their revenge arc, because as you know, the first book in the series is more of like a bully romance, more bully, I think. So it's nice to see them get like their revenge. That was really nice to read about. I also think I didn't really enjoy the ending that well. It was really chaotic and I couldn't really picture everything that well that was happening. So that took a little bit of my enjoyment. But overall, I had a really good time with this one. So I'm really excited to start the 3rd book. I don't think I'm going to start it right away, but I am really excited to delve further into the series. And yes, I did get a Zodiac Academy t-shirt after just reading the 1st book. But I'm enjoying the series so far, so I think it will be fine. And also kind of like the bottom says, welcome to your awakening. And the 1st book is like the awakening. So technically, I think the shirt is mostly for the 1st book in the series. Okay, so I just finished As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, the 3rd book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. And right from the bat, this book started off super traumatizing. It was mostly the writing, but also how Pip was feeling at the beginning of this book. I was actually contemplating if this was the right time for me to read this, because it was just so dark and it felt really emotionally draining to read this, but like also in a good way. This book also felt way creepier than the other murder mysteries in the series. I actually was scared while reading this at night in bed. And if you've already read this, you'll probably know why, especially like the 1st part in this book. Also, this is the 1st Holly Jackson book in which I did guess the suspect right. Right from the bat, I already had my guesses. And oh boy, it did not make it better. I usually like getting all the little clues and thinking up all the suspects, but it did not make it better this time that I did know. No. This book was split into 2 parts, and I feel like the 1st part is like the normal type of Holly Jackson's other books as well. And I really enjoyed the 1st part. I read it super quickly. I couldn't put it down. But the 2nd part, it was good still, but it was a little different. And in my opinion, especially the ending was a bit underwhelming. I had really high hopes for like the conclusion of the series, and it just didn't meet my expectations or what I wanted from it. So that's actually the only reason why I can't give this 5 stars. I ended up rating it 4 stars. I'm still contemplating on if I'd want to give it 4.5, but for now I'm going to give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed my time in reading the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and I might still pick up Killjoy soon, the novella that's connected to this series. I think it's a little prequel of Pip. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking on reading it rather sooner than later, because right now I'm still like in the mood for the series. So I might pick that up soon, but I'm not quite sure yet when. I'm also not sure when I want to read next anyway. So I'm probably ending the vlog right here because I still gotta make up my mind what I'm going to read next. I'm thinking on maybe like doing a whole vlog of me only reading Fairylit books because I am behind severely. But I also feel in the mood to read a little bit more romance, so I was thinking on going on another cowboy romance adventure. But you'll see me soon in the next vlog. You'll know what I've decided on then. But for now, thank you so much for being here. And if you'd like to see more of me, don't forget to subscribe. And I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!